All right, everybody, this is going to be my first continuous video. I don't know if you can see this. I've already got like 5 or 6 bluegill. So I'm using the red worm with the panfish lure setup. And then I'm throwing it towards, I don't know if you guys could see it, but I'll adjust it later. I'm throwing it towards this wall over here where I've been catching them. So let's hope, right? First time for everything. Seems like there's a school of them, but I've been throwing back a lot of small ones. I've got a couple of 8-inch bluegill in the bucket. They've been stealing my bait, or I've been catching them on almost every cast. So let's see if filming them continuously ruins it. There's a tree underwater here by this pole, and you got to be careful when you're retrieving your line and bringing it in. I've lost a lot of gear on that tree, and I'm hovering right near it. And look, there it tried to tangle. And I actually, if you look, like I told you, the tree was there. I got a branch, so I'm number one at catching branches, but as you see, the worm's gone, so most likely the fish bit it and yeah, wrapped it around this. That happens a lot in fishing. I've lost gigantic fish in my lifetime because of underground stuff getting wrapped around, especially bass. Bass seem to be the ones that really like to wrap around stuff or go under things. I unintentionally catch bass. I don't want to catch them, but I love the fight. I'm really trying to catch for dinner. I have a freezer full of bluegill right now. And every Friday I catch them for some reason here. So this is the 7th Friday in a row that I've caught fish here. This is also where I've caught my personal best bass and bluegill and crappie. So they're all here. And they all like worms. The crappie didn't hit the worm though. When I caught the crappie, it was on accident. My hook hit him in his face. So when I put him on the hook, I like to leave the worm some room. So I like to just leave it a little bit of room and then expose that hook, let that thing dangle. I usually wrap the worm and thread it like 3 times, and it pisses them off. They start really moving, which is like what you want. You want that worm to move, from what I've learned. Now, I'm a self-taught fisherman, so you guys out there that know better than me, I'm not going to ever say I'm better than you. I literally just started catching bluegill this year, and I've only been fishing for, I think, since 2016. I learned on YouTube. You know, that's how I learned. That's how I learned how to do a lot of stuff. I'm a city boy. I'm from San Francisco originally. I've lived out here near Stockton in the countryside, in gold country, for about 14 years now. Let's see if we can get some fish on, while I'm talking to you. Oh, look, there we go. It's a fish. See if I can keep them on there. It feels like a bluegill, guys, and it's a fighter, but I think it's small. It is small, but they're so fun to catch. Who cares? Yeah, this guy's going back. There you go. There goes I would say like a 4-inch bluegill. Really small. Gonna throw him back. He hooked himself right through his whole skull, so thank God I got the pliers. That's my first continuous shooting fish catch. I'm not gonna edit this or nothing. Screw it. And of course, we're gonna release this fish. So there goes that. It's very easy. The pliers, and he just drops right in there. I don't like throwing the fish. I've killed fish in the past doing that, and I don't like doing that. I just kind of turn the hook upside down and let him wiggle himself in the water. So he took half my worm, so I'm actually going to throw this right back out. And little secret, I enjoy catching more than one fish on the same worm. I feel like I'm getting over on nature, continuing a tradition. I've been doing it a while. I'm using a bullet weight It's a 30 caliber. I guess it's from 7.62 by 3.9. So what you would load in an AK. I buy these at the shop. They seem to be just the right weight. I stopped using sinker sliders. They're really expensive. You know, 2 of them for $2. That adds up when you start tangling things. So that was a really crappy cast. So hopefully I can still catch something with that. That was probably the worst cast of the day. Got a bite? Oh, look at that. I got a fish. And this one's fighting. I don't know how big it is, but he's definitely pissed. Oh, okay. This is a close to keeper size, but I'm not going to keep him. He's about 6 or 7 inches long. He's pretty fat, but I'd rather let that guy go. Let him grow. There's obviously a cloud of these little bastards over there, so I mean, I don't think it's. I like letting fish go to grow. It actually, letting them go is part of being a fisherman. You know, I've let all my personal best go. And just, you know, to me, I feel like fishing is the greatest sport. Richard Gene, the fishing machine, said it. I didn't. And he said, you know, it's the best sport because, look, it's a sport against not a person. It's not a sport against, you know, a team. You don't need other people. You do it by yourself. You make your adjustments. It's a sport against nature. And really, you need God on your side in a lot of these. I've caught some luck, you know. And I feel like, you know, the symbol for Jesus is a fish and a cross. You see them on cars in traffic. And, you know, Jesus fed with bread and fish. And so fish to me is also eaten on, you know, Friday, Good Friday. They only eat fish. So to me, fish is a holy animal. And I treat it as such by not taking the babies, you know, because I feel like if that fish goes out there and has 10,000 more babies, that's more bluegill for everybody. That's more food for the ecosystem. I try to be that way. I am conservative, but I'm very environmental. When I go fishing, I take whatever garbage the last fisherman took with me, and I'll be taking about a half a bag of trash. Here it is here. This is other people's stuff that I will take with me along with my own. So you can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. Getting constant bites. Hopefully they continue. I like to keep my tip down. I don't use a bobber, of course, so I need to feel this fish. I'm using an ugly stick, and I'm using 14-pound test. Everyone says you got to use light gear. I don't want to because I catch bass. I don't want to lose a bass. And I feel I've already caught buckets of fish with the 14-pound test. So, you know, you see me catching the little ones that are supposed to be sensitive. Not getting any bites, looking for a recast probably. Beautiful out here. So many different birds and species. And just over on the other side of that fence, that's where I found those big cat tracks. I'm going to retrieve it, see what's happening. I have a feeling my bait got snatched. Yeah, they got half of it. Oh no, they got the whole bait. See? I guess that's kind of the disadvantage of having 14-pound tests. I'm decent at feeling the bite, but I didn't feel that. And you can kiss that worm goodbye. I love this spot too because I've said it before. I walk out, I think it's like a mile and a half to get here, so a mile and a half back. And it separates the lazy fisherman, you know? I'm 5'10", 206 now. I've never been this shape of my life, and it's because of fishing and going out and walking 4 days a week. And I walk at a brisk pace like I left the oven on because I'm excited to get the fish, and it's a workout. So like on the days that I skunk, oh, and believe me, I skunk. It happens. And on those days, 100%, I'm thankful for the workout. I probably skunk 1 out of every 5 times. Sometimes even more often. Okay, now that casted exactly where I wanted. There's a tree above me, so I had to adjust the way I cast over here. The tree has a lot of my old gear in it. Hey, yo, Bill, you're fishing with me, Bill. Best man at my wedding, my homeboy. This is the line that he gave me. Sent it in the mail. He said it was great. He's right. The Berkeley Trilene 14-pound test. The green line. Yeah, maybe I hit an area where they're not around anymore. Let's see. See this area maybe. Sometimes they move, and then I gotta move and take them. Put my pole down just in case I got a yank. With bluegill, what I've noticed is you got to give them a good yank. Makes it more fun. Man. Oh, is that a bite? That looks like a bite. Felt like a bait steal. Yeah, felt like a bait steal. That's okay. Got plenty of bait. I usually come out with two. Yeah, that was a bait steal. Here's how you know you got your shit taken. The little panfish lure. The worm's gone and it's almost off of it. So this lure, I've caught, I think maybe 15 fish today. Caught a lot of fish before the live, and yeah, Panfish Assassin is who makes it. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I have a tiny channel. This is just, whatever. But these are the ones that I'm using right now. They're called Albino Shad, and I've never heard of this company. I'm not sponsored, but I'm just telling you like it is. It works. They definitely work. There's no question about that. Oh wow, so now I got to open up my other worms. So I've gone through 22 worms and caught about 15 fish. Had a couple tangles. I know where the tangles are, and I'm fishing over them. All right. Okay. Let's see. So I just cast it right over my head towards that. There, that's a perfect cast. That's where I've been trying to go earlier. So hopefully that's where they're at. Maybe they stop biting. You know they're live. I felt a nibble, but it didn't feel like something substantial. Might even been a branch. So I'll typically start slowly reeling in pretty soon. I like to wait though. Sometimes it'll drift in front of a bunch of weirdos and they'll bite them. Bunch of bluegills. I'm gonna bring it in. Ooh, I got a bite on the retrieve, but it left. Damn it. That's okay. I'm gonna put another worm on there. Sometimes I'll put two worms on there. And yeah, once again, they yanked it off. And I'm probably gonna put a new panfish lure on because this one is slipping and sliding. Maybe I'll wait. Let's be frugal. See if I can catch more fish with it. But yeah, definitely a worm got taken off that. So that tells me that I'm fishing in a zone where they're at. So if that's the case, then what I'll do is once I start getting bites, like most fishermen, I'm going to fish that area until I get no more bites. And then after that, I'll move along. Typically bluegill, what I've learned and from just experience and from seeing other people, ooh, those are some nice worms. Typically the bluegill, they're against poles and they like columns, they like docks, but they also go in the middle of the water. I've caught them in the middle. The biggest one I ever caught was in the middle of the river, throwing it way out there. Right now I'm in the old river, so this river is connected to the Sacramento River, and you know, a lot of famous gold panning done out here in this area. This is, you know, they talk about the Wild West. This is the Wild West. That's where I live. You know, it wasn't Texas, it was California because there was nothing here. Texas was developed and had all kinds of stuff going on in, you know, early 1800s, but California, of course, as you know your history, a lot of Spanish missions and stuff. So 1600s, there's a lot of people here already sharing it with Mexico. But the gold rush in 1849 is what built California as it is today. And it started right in this, you know, in these rivers, panning for gold. That's why there's a lot of gold in the rivers here, in the sand. You can still see it. You can see it. Okay, so I put 2 worms on there. Like that. I'm going for it. I don't care. I'm just gonna let it go wiggle waggle. See, sometimes you catch a monster, sometimes you get your bait stolen, but once again, I'm not a pro. Biggest thing about fishing is making adjustments. That's what I've learned. Oh, that was a bite. I think I lost it, so I better recast it really quick because there's a lot of action there. I kind of jumped the gun on that one because, and yeah, that bite. That was a vicious bite. It took the second worm, so. And yeah, dang it. Yeah, that was a big, decent fish because when anytime it moves the lure down the line, it's usually something that's decent. These lures kind of help with like a spring action when they bite it. It helps keep the hook on them. But you got to keep these little lures high up so that there's enough hook exposed. Another thing I learned. That's exactly where I want it. Sometimes they hit it on the way in and you don't know and your bait's gone. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Where are you? Knock, knock. Yeah. I have a feeling on the drop they took it. We'll find out. Hey, is that a bite? That is a bite. You gonna take the whole thing, buddy? Let's go. One more little wiggle, I'm yanking it. Get over here. Did I get him? No, I didn't. I yanked it out of his mouth. He's probably a little guy. Oh, but I still got the worm, so that's good. I could just throw this shit right back out. Oh, cool, right in the spot. Also, it's gonna rain for the next few days. It's gonna rain today. I always have good luck before and after rain. Those are the birds chasing a boil of shad. Ooh, I got a nibble. Let's go. Come on. That might be a bait steal. There's a lot of little guys in there taking bait. Ooh, that's a bite. Come on, man, be on there. Oh, he's little, he's gone. Shoot. Man, it's so exciting though, you know? I'll show you guys the bucket full of fish that I got. Got a nice keeper too. Um, yeah, this one got yanked down again, and there's still half the worm there, so I'm just gonna throw it out because nah, actually, you know what? It's all about effort. I'm gonna put a worm on top of that worm. I want to try my best. I always tell my son to try your best and then leave everything else on the table, and that doesn't change for me with fishing. I could throw it out with a half little worm on there, or I could just put another worm and get a better result. So you get what you pay for. Your efforts give you what you get. You get lucky sometimes. I like getting lucky. Next Friday, if it's not raining, I'll probably do my first live. Um, we'll see how that works out. I won't be able to interact with the people in the comment section, but after the video is posted, you know, it'll be cool. You guys can talk to me there. I'll respond. Oh, that was a little short of what I wanted. Ooh, that's a big bite. Ooh, it's bending my pull a little bit. It's at least a fighter bluegill. Come on, let's see what this looks like. He's a fighter. He's coming towards me too. Wow. Ooh, ooh, that's a nice. I think that's a shell cracker, or I can't tell. Yes, it's a shell cracker. That's a keeper. That's a big fish. That fish is a good 10 inches long almost. Wow, and really fat. You know, can't beat that with a stick. I'm telling you. Let me put that in the bucket. That is Mama's food. My wife is Filipino, and she is going to be very happy when she sees what Daddy comes home with. I've been married 23 years, and I'm 46 years old, so it's not happy wife, happy life. It's both of us happy, happy life. That's how it's worked. It's not one way. I love her. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. And bringing her home fish, it reminds her of the Philippines when she was home, and they would fish in the rivers and bring home fish every day. And it's a nice feeling. You know, the kids like it, but my wife and I love the fish. We really enjoy frying them up. And this is just relaxing to me. See, I want to see how long this video has gone. And I'm actually probably going to end it there. Please like and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. This was my first long form video when I didn't cut, and I got lives coming soon. God bless you guys. Thank you.